He's on the mend. He's not feeling great. It's not feeling good. Hey, I got a lot of money on Woodstock. Oh my! And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Solu Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Scotty Bonner, here tonight at the Yon Arena in beautiful Pomfret, Connecticut, on the campus of the Pomfret School. It's another rendition, another affair here tonight for the Woodstock Centaur Girls Co-op organization. Tonight, they play hosts to the Hamden Dragons, who just entered the arena. Down at the other end, you see Hamden wearing their beautiful green and yellow sweaters. Hamden diagonally across the chest in yellow. White shoulders, white numbers with yellow trim. Green shorts, green socks with yellow and white trim. And starting in between the pipes for the Dragons tonight, you see her there limbering up, none other than the goaltender, number 30, Kira Sweeney. And down at our end, the Woodstock Centaurs, wearing their home white sweaters with the blue shoulders and yellow collar, yellow trim on the shoulders, yellow numbers on the elbows with white trim. Against the blue really pops. Blue numbers with yellow trim on the back, with yellow and blue trim along the bottom. Blue shorts, white socks with yellow and blue stripes. And starting tonight for the Centaurs, there she is, number 1 in your scorecard, Josie Hatch. Josie coming into the affair with a 2.0 goals against average. 2 games this year, Woodstock has lost 1-0. So Josie has certainly gotten off to a hot start as expected for the Centaurs, and she'll get the start again here tonight. So this should be a very outstanding affair. 2 outstanding goaltenders going at it here tonight. Of course, I made a call to my good best friend out in Las Vegas, and I made sure that there were quite a few shekels on the under here tonight, because goals, like soccer matches, are going to be at a premium. So thank you so much for joining us, the Centaurs and the Dragons, going through their warm-ups here. We're about 5 minutes away from the start of the affair. Excuse me, I got a little cold. They play 15-minute stanzas here at the high school level. Icing and offsides are in effect. There is delayed offsides, thank the maker. If you're shorthanded and you ice the puck, it is still icing. If it's tied at the end of regulation, there is sudden death, 5-on-5, or sudden life overtime, depending upon your perspective point of view and who you got money on out in Vegas with my good buddy Ace Rothstein. Body checking is still illegal here, ladies and gentlemen, because they have not caught up with the times. They're not allowed to check because they're not boys. Did you see the hit last night in the PWHL game? Well, that really pleased the broadcaster. I know the girl got a penalty for head contact, but just the fact that she laid her out at center ice was absolutely fantastic. Anyway, I digress. We need more of that. And what we need right now for the Centaurs is to get off the schneid here on the season. They come into the affair as 0-3, 2 losses by the score of 1-0 and 4-1 at the hands of the Blades down in Hamden a couple of weeks ago. This game was supposed to take place on Friday evening But because of the snowstorm, it got pushed back to here, which is now Monday evening. So a little bit of delay for the game here, but nonetheless, we are underway here at warm-ups, and we are about ready to get the affair underway. It should be a good one. Two good teams going at it here. And Woodstock, I don't want to say it's a must-win, ladies and gentlemen, but it's a we really need to win. It's getting late early, and that's just a fact. So they've got to have their A game with them here tonight from the minute the puck drops, because this Hamden team is a very senior-laden, very experienced team with outstanding goaltending. So a tough task presented for the Centaurs here tonight in Pomfret, Connecticut. I want to thank you so much for joining us. We're going to take a little quick break, make sure that everything's operating the way it should be, and we'll be right back with the national anthem, the starting lineups, and puck drop for tonight's affair between the Dragons and the Centaurs. So don't you go anywhere. Fill up that sarsaparilla, get the horsey sauce on the sandwich, get in your favorite recliner, put the game on the big screen, put it on surround sound, and get ready to go. The Dragons and the Centaurs coming up next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready to go at home. Hope you got that sarsaparilla high bubbling over onto the fingernails. Hope you got the horsey sauce dripping out of the roast beef sandwich. And I want to welcome everybody to the first game after Christmas. Hope everybody had a very merry and fun Christmas and a great time. We had the best Christmas of our lives back at the Bonner home, so very thankful and blessed to report that back to you. I am flying solo tonight, though, ladies and gentlemen. The lovely and talented Miss Michelle. Well, she's on the lamb. Well, I don't know. The lamb might be the run. She didn't commit a crime, as far as I know. She's on the mend. And she went out the other day to start her car in the rain and didn't have her jacket, so she caught a little cold, and now she's out for tonight's affair. But she's home tuning in. So I hope you feel better, babe. Don't worry. I'll handle double duties. We'll be fine. All right, the ladies about ready to finish their warm-ups. About 45 seconds left to go here in the warm-up session. Then it's going to be the Dragons and the Centaurs for your entertainment purposes here and all over this great Frisbee we call Earth. I want to thank you so much for tuning in here tonight. If this is your first time on the YouTube channel for the Solu Broadcasting Network, we ask that you please like and subscribe. That's how we grow the brand, as the kids like to say. All right, warm-ups coming to an end. You see the bucket making its way over to the crease area. The pucks will be corralled in. And then we will get underway with the pregame ceremonies and the puck drop coming up right after that. There's the buzzer, and it is officially now the best time of day. It is game time. Number 6, the freshman, Julia Nerone, getting the start for Hamden. The senior, Madison Krause, number 10. Another senior, I jumped ahead of the gun there, Alexi Patel, number 11. Morgan Kyle, sophomore. And number 20, Daniela Hansen. And the All-State netminder, Kira Sweeney, getting the start. Now Woodstock starting lineup. Macy Karate, number 12, getting the start. Summer Discordia, number 11, the sophomore. Zachin Biondo, number 4, the junior. The senior, Avery Nielsen, number 24. E. Manfredi, the sophomore, number 15. And the sophomore goaltender, Josie Hatch, getting the start here tonight. All right, it's time for our national anthem of the United States of America. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all the domesticated stuff is now out of the way. Nothing left to do but drop the puck, and let's get it on. It's game time. The Dragons and the Centaurs putting their buckets back atop their heads, getting some last-minute instructions from their coaching staffs and their captains. Or captain for the Centaurs, thankfully. I'm not sure how many Hamden has. I'm sure you'll know as soon as I do. All right, see the girls over. Coach Roy and the rest of the coaching staff. They're going to break their huddle. And the ref's going to drop the puck any moment. You see the official there. Had a good conversation with him before the game. Let him know very clearly there's a cheeseburger in it for him if thing goes Woodstock's way tonight. And I'm still in the holiday spirit, so still willing to throw bacon on that bad boy, whatever we got to do. All right. Woodstock has broken a huddle. Discordia getting the start at center. Biondo on right wing. Karate on left wing. Manfredi on defense with Nielsen. And the netminder Hatch. Sweeney makes her way over to the painted paint. Number 30 in your scorecard in green and yellow. This should be a good one. Hope you're ready to go at home. The official ready to drop the puck here in Pomfret, Connecticut. I couldn't possibly be any more excited than I am right now. The ref drops the puck and we are underway. Quickly on it, Karate will dump it in. Karate knocking it down at center ice, stepping up is Nielsen. The Dragons coming away with it, but Discordia coming over to dislodge the puck as Nielsen steps up to get a piece of it, bounces towards Manfredi. But Karate quickly up now, Biondo. Biondo cutting to the left, tried to cut back to the inside. Couldn't get around the big defenseman there for the Dragons, but coughs it up now at the dot. Ends up in the corner on the stick of Karate. Karate's got Discordia cutting to the cooker. Got it there, Discordia on the backhand. Back to Karate, turning around. Couldn't get the shot away there. Now Biondo will chase it down in the corner as the Dragons get to it. Get it back to the blue line. Did she keep it in? She did not. Nielsen will send it in. 4:15 left to go here. Good opening shift thus far here for Woodstock. As they keep it in again at the blue line. Thus far making it a little bit difficult on the Dragons to get things going. As Nielsen will step up and send it in quickly over the red line, so no icing. Wholesale changes now for Woodstock. 5 fresh skaters out there. In on the forecheck nicely there and digging it loose to Cecilini. Cecilini behind the net takes a big hit, came back her way. On now with a stick, Alexi Patel. Patel will go right up the middle. Bonner got a piece of it. And now Bonner in a foot race chasing the puck down. Bonner behind her own net. Bonner coming around with it, puck rolling, got it on the stick of Sherman. Sherman up the boards and out to center. That's knocked down for Hinckley. Hinckley in the transition, cutting to the right, lets the shot go off the leg of the defense lady, Kyle. Hinckley crashing in as well as Trudeau. Trudeau couldn't keep the puck in, came out to center. Bonner harnessing her inner Diego Maradona there and kicked the puck forward. Almost said Diego Maradona, which I used to call myself back in the 80s. A giveaway behind the net now. Dragons get it out in front. Bonner got a chunk of it. Trudeau got it out to the blue line and chasing it down there is Cecilini. Olivia Cecilini couldn't get it deep on the initial attempt. Followed up there by Grace Lescault. Lescault putting pressure on, bounces loose for Ava Martin. Martin sends it back, and on it there is Showman. Showman behind her own net, trying to come up the wing. All the Dragons off the bench. Good job before checking, getting a piece of it there by Avery Cairns, number 23. That comes back now to Auger. Auger quickly up to the captain, Sampson. Lets the shot go. Sweeney steers it aside. On it first there is Showman. Showman coming around the net. Got it quickly on now for Kraus. Kraus will move it. And chased down by Gursky. Gursky under duress. Gursky trying to draw it loose. Puck ends up behind the goal line as Sampson will turn on it there. That's sent hard around quickly now on the skates of Cairns. Cairns trying to get it out, can't do so. And it pops loose now for Auger. Auger with speed down the left wing boards, protecting the puck, will dump it in. Chased down by Cairns. Behind the net it goes now. Cairns, good hustle there. First 1-2, it sends a lady flying. Here's Discordia now in front. That just missed as Discordia was cutting to the cooker for the C button one-timer. Good forechecking effort there by the Centaurs. And Discordia draws the puck loose behind the net. The wraparound, big stop Sweeney. Here's Karate now with fresh legs. Karate circling, lets the shot go. Sweeney to save the rebound. They jab at it. And Sweeney will find it through traffic and cover up, and there'll be no further play. 11:44 left to go here in the opening stanza. And the Centaurs buzzing around the goalkeeper, Sweeney. Couple of nice stops there. All right, Kira Sweeney. Discordia in on the face-off. Biondo trying to jar it loose. Comes to Biondo. Biondo got it back to the blue line, letting the shot go, man. Freddie didn't get through. Here's Karate. Off the skates of Biondo into the corner. Biondo turning, protecting the puck. Biondo to the forehand. Tried to pull it, the toe drag, but couldn't get around the Dragon defense late. And away come the Dragons now. 2-on-1 at the blue line. Nielsen with a nice job to break that up. That's sent over the Dragon blue line, but it's shipped ahead now. If the Dragons get to it, it's a 2-on-1. Quickly, man, Freddie over. Oh, that's a good play there by B. Karate couldn't reach the pass there from Discordia. And ends up back on the stick of Manfredi. Hops over a stick, though. And Nielsen will collect behind the net. Here's Nielsen now. Nielsen up the boards and out to center. Knocked down by the Dragons, hounded there by Biondo. Paige Hinckley has hopped out there along with Sophia Sherman now. As the forwards have changed for Coach Roy. Hamden gets the puck in. That one off somebody's buttocks and stayed at the blue line as Sherman. And forces her will on the play, gets it out to center. Now it comes back to Sherman. Sherman at the red line will dump it in. In it goes now Hinckley giving chase behind the net. Hinckley there against Kyle. Along the boards now, trying to come back out in front. Back to Trudeau. Trudeau will let the shot go. Send it all the way down in deep behind the net. On it quickly now. Sherman tried to get it out in front on the backhand. Comes back to Trudeau. Trudeau lets the shot go. Got all the way through to Sweeney, who made the save. Sherman turning on the rebound, protecting the puck. Bonner coming over. Bonner trying to center it. Came back to Bonner. Behind the net it goes now. Cicilline giving chase. Off the boards. Trudeau pinching in to keep the puck in behind the net. Now Sherman behind the net with it. Along for Bonner. Bonner down the left wing. Got it out in front. Deflected. Still loose. They jam at it. Everybody meeting at the goalkeeper. And there's the whistle. And there'll be no further play. Oh, Cicilline went to the cooker. Bonner got it there. A couple of chops at it. But the netminder, Sweeney, held the fort there for the Dragons as Sampson leans in, the captain, to take the face-off for the Centaurs. Won by the Dragons behind the net. They get to it there. Hansen. Hansen off the boards. That's going to come all the way down. Will it go enough for icing? Does it have the mustard? They cross the line. Still no icing call as Bonner had to change direction. Lost the handle on it temporarily. Steered aside by Hatch. Man, the refs didn't call icing, but they could at least let the girls know that it's good. They're not calling anything. No communication there whatsoever. Makes it more difficult. You're going to call it off. That's fine. And behind it now for Lucy Trudeau, changing direction. Lost the puck momentarily. Good puck support there by the captain, Sampson. Sampson looking to connect there with Lescault as Lescault was streaking down the left wing. Good to see that. Here are the Dragons now with the dump in on net. Hatch had to be sharp there. As it went off the flipper, Trudeau gathering it in the corner. Trudeau threads the needle and got it out to center. Dragons with 9 minutes left to go. Send it all the way back down. No icing. Icing is waved off. Trudeau over for Bonner. Bonner on the forehand. Bonner sidesteps their forecheck, and here comes Bonner now with speed. Bonner down the left wing. Sliding it across on the stick of Cairns. Cairns got Bonner getting to the cooker. Got it there. Back to Lescault. Big stop by Sweeney as she slid over. Oh, beautiful rush there by the Centaurs. And a nice stop there by the goaltender Sweeney. Back the other way now. Here come the Dragons. Through the neutral zone they come. Looking to sidestep. Biondo gets a chunk of the body and jostles him. You got to be kidding me. You absolutely got to be kidding me. Got to be kidding me. I did not go to the tennis court today. I wanted to see a hockey game. Got to be. That's a disgrace. Let the girls play, for crying out loud. Sickening. Sickening. 8:14 left to go. Power play for the Dragons. Much to the chagrin of the broadcaster. That was a good play by Zachin. Zachin, you do that again. Don't listen to him. Leaning in now is Discordia. Short-handed. Power play opportunity for the Dragons. As they walk the line, Discordia jostles it loose. Got it to the blue line, but no further. On now Patel. Patel got it down low. Trying to get it back to Patel, and a good stick there by Gursky. Discordia trying to get to it. Loose puck now. Discordia got a chunk of it. And a 2-on-1 now. Short-handed with Karate. Discordia down the right wing. Stepping to the outside. Putting the brakes on. It for Karate. Tipped it just wide of Sweeney. Deep in the corner now. Short-handed are the Centaurs. That goes into the corner. Discordia giving chase. Knocked down Gursky. Gursky will send it in. 1:23 left to go on the Dragon advantage. 7.5 left to go here in the scoreless opening stanza. Here come the Dragons now on the power play. Back the other way. Through the neutral zone, serpentining at the blue line and dumping it in. Off the boards, picked up. On it quickly there was Gursky to send it up. And it's deflected and the Dragons take possession. At center ice, Dragons having a little trouble on the transition. Knocked down now. Auger will slap it all the way down. Nice play there by Mio Auger. Not to mess with it. Get it on your stick and get it all the way down to the goalkeeper. Here's Sampson now stepping up in the neutral zone, making life difficult on the Dragons. Tripped up there, no call coming. I'm more fine with the no call than I am on the penalty they called a minute ago, I assure you. Hard around, that one through the crease. Quickly on it now, Gursky. Gursky got to it and got it out to center. Nice play there by Gursky. Off the glass and back towards Gursky. The Dragons will get to it first and send it in. Miro Auger, number 17 in your scorecard. On it there, chase through behind the net. We'll get it around. Can't get it all the way down as it's knocked down. Nice play there by the defense lady Kyle to knock it down. That one on net. Hatch to save, and Hatch will hold on, and there'll be no further play. 11 seconds left to go in the power play for the Dragons. 6:25 left to go here in the opening stanza. 0-0 is the score. First power play of the night went to the Dragons. Oh, so the Dragons got the logo under the number. Okay. Better than the name under the number, that's for sure. That's a disgrace. When you see girls' jerseys with names under the numbers, sometimes we got to tell people that's a stupid idea and not follow it. Face-off won by the Dragons. Back to the blue line. Hatch the save, and there'll be no further play. A big face-off win there by Julia Norone, the freshman, against Summer Discordia, the sophomore. A big face-off here. Less than 10 seconds left to go. Kick loose now on the stick of Manfredi, trying to jostle it loose for Discordia. Discordia leans into her girl. The puck jostles loose. Discordia gets to it. We're back to 5-on-5, but the Dragons still have the puck in the danger zone. Kenny Loggins would be pleased. I am not. Nice stop there by Hatch right between the old A and W. I don't want any of that stinking root beer. 6:04 left to go here in the opening stanza. 0-0 is the score. A very good penalty kill there for the Centaurs. Leaning in to take it now is Ava Martin. You see Martin's got a C. Hopefully she's the only captain. We only have one captain. That's number 8, Sampson. On the stick of Biondo. Biondo quickly across. Over the stick of Karate, but good puck movement, though, by the Centaurs. Better than it's looked all year, might I say. I like what I'm seeing on the breakouts. Stretching the rink more. The wings are taking off, making the rink bigger for the opponents. I think the rink's been a little bit small for our opponents in the first 3 affairs, making it difficult for us to get out and easy for them to defend simultaneously while existing independently. And the puck now in the corner. 5:30 left to go here in the opening stanza. 0-0 is the score. Hinckley, Sherman, Cessalini line coming out for Coach Roy now. Nielsen staying out there with Manfredi. A good period thus far by both organizations. Face off deep in the Hamden zone to the right of Sweeney, her waffle side. Face off won by the Dragons. Behind the net now, quickly on it, the senior Hinckley. Hinckley got it out in front. Cessalini at the doorstep, came back for Hinckley. Back to the blue line, kept in on the backhand, now sent away, and the Dragons come out to center. Now they send the puck down the wing. Sliding over was Nielsen to break it up with authority. 5:05 left to go. The Dragons trying to make the initial pass, they do. Bonner on with Trudeau now on defense. Bonner picking up the puck in the corner. Bonner up the boards, got it out, knocked down by the Dragons at center ice. They try to send it back in. That went off the leg of the official and kept in. Chasing it now is Hansen. The Hansens. Hansen will send it all the way down. That's got to be icing, I would think. Icing happen when the puck go down, bang, before the other guy. My harm go come up. You know the rest of the story, ladies and gentlemen. The great rookie season of one Denny Lemieux. 4:40 left to go here in the opening stanza. The captain, Sampson, leaning in to take the draw with Cairns on right wing. Bonner and Trudeau at the points. Lescault on left wing. Cairns on the puck, got it to Lescault. Lescault tried to get it back to Bonner. Now it bounces around dangerously in the goal mouth. Sampson chopping at it, as is Lescault. Still chopping at it. Sweeney reaches back and covers up, and there'll be no further play. Oh, nice job there by the Centaurs. As Sampson and Lescault were crashing the cooker, Sweeney was down on her bum doing a reverse snow angel. That kept the puck out. Doesn't matter how you do it. Sampson leaning in to take the draw. Wins it back to Bonner. Bonner settles it down, got it away on the stick of Sampson. Got the shot off, deflected in the corner. Sampson got it back out in front. It bounces around loose. Bonner stepping up. Bonner had a little miscommunication there with Lescault. And it comes away to center, and Hamden players go flying like bowling pins. Turning on it there is Trudeau. Trudeau up for Cairns, out of the reach of Cairns. First pass is the most important pass out of the zone. That bounces loose now. Bonner will get to it right in front of the goalkeeper. On her forehand. Bonner down the left wing, gaining speed. Will gain the red line and dump it in. That's on net. Sweeney forced to make the save, so no icing. And there'll be no further play. Bonner giving Sweeney a little bit of snow there. 2 of them will be teammates 24 hours from now at a little holiday tournament up in Merrimack College. Well, we're not friends tonight, kid. After the game, sure, I'll get you a soda, no problem. Back to the blue line, stepping up was Gursky to keep it in. Dragons get to it and send it all the way down, not far enough for icing. Auger doing battle. Auger behind the net with the puck now. Auger Tangled up there with a couple of Dragons, and Discordia came with it. Dragons got it loose. Jam at it at the side, and it's still loose. Trying to get the shot away, they do. That one just missed. Now the Dragons with it behind the net. Look to cycle it. Auger, good pressure on the puck. Came loose now, Biondo. Biondo down the right wing with speed. Zaching Biondo, serpentining with it. Got it to the outside, got back to it at the dot. At the goal line behind the net, still with it. Biondo with room, lets the shot go. Sweetie, the save. You heard the flipper thump all the way over here. Sent all the way down. Biondo under duress. Will calmly slide it over for Auger. He'll change directions at the blue line. Mir Auger getting the Jets going through the neutral zone. Lost control of it, but Discordia there to help out. Discordia failed to get it deep. Now Auger does get it deep as Karate will go in on the forecheck. Karate jostles the Roos. Karate's done a nice job on the forecheck here thus far this evening as it hops over the stick and all the way down, so no icing. Into the corner it goes now. On it there, the senior Hinckley. Hinckley takes a hit. Good puck support there by Auger. Auger trying to get it up for Cecilini, moving it along for Hinckley. Hinckley gets it out to center. Paige Hinckley with room. Hinckley 1-on-3 as the Centaurs change. Hinckley taking it to the outside. Hinckley looking to cut inside. Lost the puck right at the side of the net. Good rush there by the senior. As the Dragons get back to it, kept in by Manfredi. 2 minutes to go in the period. Into the corner it goes now. Dragons first on it there. Taken away behind the net. On the forecheck now, Hinckley. Hinckley back for Manfredi. B. Manfredi. He'll let the shot go. That one just missed on the waffle side. Cecilini in on the forecheck. Turning away there, Kyle. Kyle turning back again. Kyle now hemmed in, running out of options. Now Cecilini got it back to Nielsen. Nielsen will let the shot go off his skate. A bouncing puck now, a chance for the Dragons back the other way. Coming over to break it up there was Manfredi. And you can hear the excitement on the bench as B made that play. I like the passion I'm hearing from the Centaurs bench. They seem very locked in here this evening, as they should be. They're 0-3. It's desperation time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just call it what it is. Here comes Sampson now. Sampson down the right wing. Sampson at the side. They got the shot away. Sweetie to save. Lescault goes flying, and there'll be no further play. Oh, the captain Sampson dislodged the puck and put the power move on down the right wing. Sweetie held the post, and Lescault came crashing through. 1:05 left to go. Here in the first period. Face-off won by the Centaurs, but the puck squirts loose to center ice where Bonner will give chase. Sophia Bonner rounding the net like Bobby Orr. Up the boards and out to center. That's knocked down, and Trudeau will give chase now. Lucy Trudeau first on it behind her own net. Trudeau's got Bonner with her, slides it over for Bonner. Bonner quickly out to Lescault, now out to Sampson. Sampson lost the handle on it at the blue line. Lescault, good puck support. And here's Bonner now. Bonner stepping to the outside, moving the puck up, and the Dragons were waiting for it. As the Dragons turn and send it in, steered aside by Hatch. On it now is Trudeau. Trudeau will send it off the boards and all the way down. No icing. 20 seconds left to go here in the opening period. Dragons with the puck, knocked down. Nice stick there by, that was Cairns in the neutral zone. Now the Dragons looking to change up the side of the ice they go to. That's sent up. Bonner got a chunk of it. Over to get it there is Lescault. Lescault on it. Lescault off the stick dangerously now. A chance here with 5 seconds left for the Dragons. Certainly don't want to give up an opportunity here. None will be given up, as offsides is the call with less than a second to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here at Pomfret, they zamboni the ice after every period, so a good opportunity for you to refill the sarsaparilla. Put some extra horsey sauce on the sandwich, walk the dog, finish the homework, order yourself something from Amazon, and we'll see you back here for the start of the second period, which is the purple bag of Dorito period, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you're prepared. Your score at the end of one, the Dragons 0, the Centaurs 0. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with the start of the second period. You are watching Woodstock Centaurs hockey here on the Solu. Thank you so much for tuning in. 0-0 after one. Musica, musica, musica. Musica. Come on, guys, press play. Just your smile. That's all I need. I get that, I'm good. Take that as well. Oh my! And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the Centaurs are back out on the ice for the second stanza. I hope you had a fantastic intermission. Hope you got everything done you were hoping to get done. And I hope that you are ready to go, because we're ready to go here as the Dragons and the Centaurs make their way back out onto the arena floor. The Zamboni is done. What Zambonis do. The ice is fresh. The ice is clean. The ice is pristine and glistening, except for where the goaltenders are, because you know they're going to go and muck it all up. That's what us goaltenders do. All right, the second period about ready to get underway, ladies and gentlemen, between the Centaurs and the Dragons. 0-0 is the score. There was only one power play in the opening stanza that went to the Dragons. They failed to score. So Woodstock 1-0 on the penalty kill. All right, well, this has been the theme all season long, not letting up a lot of goals, but not scoring a lot either. I thought, in this broadcast's humble opinion, that may have been Woodstock's best period of the 25-26 campaign. The breakouts were better. The forecheck was better. Quite a few number of shots on goal. Thought they looked good. They've got to come out, and they've got to at least match that. Or I would say expand upon that. All right. The intermission has come to a close, ladies and gentlemen. We are about ready to restart tonight's program. What a beautiful game our game hockey is, with 2 intermissions, 3 periods. Just a different flow to any other sport. Just a different, and you change sides for the second period. It's just beautiful. Love, love, love this game. The ref drops the puck, and we are underway. The second period. Quickly on it now, Karate, who got the start with Biondo and Discordia at center for Coach Roy to start the second period. That one sent all the way down, but no icing, as the ref waved it off quickly. That's a good job. Perhaps he waved it off quickly last time, and I missed it. There's always a possibility of user error. Now, if you tune into the broadcast long enough, you know that from time to time, other people might be right and the broadcaster less right. Quickly now, here comes Discordia down the left wing with speed. Breaking in, carrying the puck, putting the brakes on, dropping it Biondo. Biondo on the backhand! A big stop there by Sweeney as Biondo waited on the backhand. Biondo lost the puck in the corner. Sent all the way down, and it's going to go for icing. So a good opening rush there as Biondo carried the puck in front of Sweeney. But the goaltender, Kira Sweeney, one of the greatest kids you will ever have the privilege of meeting. Just an absolute wonderful young lady. Fantastic goaltender, but off the ice just... I'm telling you, lady, the best part of our beautiful game are the friends you make along the way, and she's one of them. Leaning in now is Hinckley to take the draw against number 12, Ava Martin. Chipped ahead quickly now at 2-on-1. As the Dragons off the face-off, got to the puck, sliding it across, walking in! Hacks the save! And there'll be no further play. So both goalkeepers in the opening stanza, or the opening, minute, here of the second stanza, showing you why I put a lot of money on the under here tonight. The face-off deep in the Woodstock zone after the big save by Hatch. On it now, the senior Nielsen. Avery Nielsen tried to get it up to Sherman. She did. Sophia Sherman. Shermy, as her friends call her. Lost the handle on it, got it out in front, went off the back of a skate, and Sherman will recoil. Here's Sherman now. Sherman, smart play off the boards to send it all the way down. I don't think it's got enough on it for icing. It does not, as the Dragons recover it there. Sherman coming in, crashing the boards, getting a piece of it. They're digging, they're mucking, they're doing their homework. Sherman and Hinckley coming by. Knocked down by Sherman. Sherman couldn't get around. Nice play there by Josie Becker, and she'll send it all the way down. Quickly over to get a piece of it there was Nielsen, and left it and back the other way now. Here come the Centaurs, 1-on-5. Centaurs stuck out there, though. The Dragons have made a change. Centaurs will send it all the way down. Can't be icing. She tried to kick it. Oh, okay. Icing is the call. 12:55 left to go. That's a good icing, as Centaurs needed to get off the ice. Bonner out there with Trudeau. The captain Sampson out there with Cairns and the senior Lescault. Lescault wearing Brian Trottier's old number 19. That pleases the broadcaster. Big defensive zone face-off here as Woodstock wins it. On it now in the corner is Lescault. Got it back to the blue line where it jostles around, but the Dragons did a nice job to keep it in. Trudeau came over, got a piece of it, as did Sampson. Sampson chopping at it. Sampson got the puck up to Lescault. Lescault now has got Cairns up ahead, just out of the reach of Cairns. Good thinking, though. I'd like to see Cairns take off a little more. Just take off full speed till you get to the blue line. Stretch the rink, stretch the rink, stretch the rink. Bonner pinching to keep it in. On and now Lescault. Tried to leave it for Bonner. Lescault now back for Bonner. Bonner at the goal line. Bonner got it out in front, deflected right through the goal mouth as the captain was crashing to the cooker, Sampson. Into the corner it goes now for Cairns. Cairns trying to move it along. It jostles loose, and the Dragons break it out to center ice. Here come the Dragons now. Patel taken away by Bonner. Bonner will turn it up quickly now for Cairns. Cairns at the blue line, at the dot. Let the shot go off a body. Came back to Bonner. Lets the shot go. Sweeney got a piece of it. Still loose. The net was yawning there for a moment. But Martin came over to get a piece of it there and jostle it wide. On it now, the Dragons. They'll send it up. Bonner stepped up, got a piece of it. No icing as it was sent all the way in by Madison Krause. Bonner will give chase. Came loose in front dangerously. Karate on it now. Macy Karate making the move at the blue line. Had Discordia. Karate carrying the puck over the blue line. Karate at the dot. Karate at the goal line. Karate still with it. Karate still with it. Karate got it back to the blue line. Gursky lets the shot go off a leg. A chance now. Back the other way for Josie Becker. Becker got a step. Walking into the backhand. She scores. Josie Becker blocked the shot at the blue line and took it from there. Chased down the puck, got to it just outside the Centaurs blue line. Outraced everybody for the puck and walked in on Hatch all alone. 1-0 is the score. Nice play there by Becker. So 1-0 the Dragons. A huge goal there. As I've told you, goals are at a premium, especially in this affair. Sent in Karate. In on the forecheck. Karate sends her lady flying. Biondo in the neighborhood. Sent behind the net it goes now. Discordia in on the forecheck, trying to jostle it loose. Summer Discordia trying to turn it back behind the goal line. Couldn't. Here's a chance now, letting the shot go. Wide on the waffle side. Pinching. Over was Auger. Couldn't get to it. Back the other way now. Patel with speed down the right wing. Puts the brakes on. Good. Back checking there as the Centaurs got back, but can't get it out on the first try. Bouncing puck Biondo. Lets the shot go. Saved by Hatch. The rebound. A little bit juicy there. And Hatch another save, but a big juicy rebound again. A little too undercooked for my liking there. I'm not saying I want my prime rib well done, but at least medium well. Here's Auger now with the move. Let the shot go. Deflected out of harm's way. Into the corner. On and now Biondo. Biondo behind the net. Biondo looking. Biondo will drop it for Auger. Auger under duress. Protects the puck. Still with it in the corner. We'll send it behind. Good cycling now for Sherman. Sophia Sherman behind the net for Auger. Auger at the dot. Letting the shot go. Bouncing around dangerously right in the goal mouth. On it now Hinckley. Back to the blue line now. Gursky. Gursky quick shot. High and wide off the glass. Tracking it now is Sherman. Sherman sending it down low. Smart play there by Sophia Sherman. Sherman can't get a handle on it. It's taken away back the other way now by Nerone. Nerone will send it all the way down. Gursky to give chase now into the corner. First on it, but icing is the call. So with 9.5 minutes left to go, So Becker unassisted. 1-0, the Dragons lead it. Hinckley out there now with Salisbury and Sherman. The forward units, Nielsen and Auger at the blue line. Face-off won by the Dragons. They get to it. That hops over the stick. Excuse me, not Auger. That was Manfredi. I apologize. Nielsen on it now. Up the boards. Salisbury getting over, but it's kept in at the blue line. Sidestepping the D, letting the shot go. Waffle save there by Hatch. Now it's behind the net. Quickly picked up by Hinckley. Hinckley's got Salisbury. Hinckley up for Salisbury. Salisbury will chase it down at the blue line, back out to the neutral zone. Woodstock had trouble gathering it there, and back the other way. A nice play by Salisbury to come back and break it up. Good job there by Salisbury to get on a horseback checking, and here comes Salisbury now. Lost the puck for a moment, but tracking it there over the blue line. Ends up back at center ice, knocked down Hinckley. With it there, Hinckley will go to the defense lady, Nielsen. Nielsen couldn't get it in on the first effort, bounces loose now. Here comes Sherman now. Sherman trying to get to it, lets the shot go, save Sweeney. The rebound is covered up by the netminder, Sweeney. Oh, good shift there for Sophia Sherman. And Salisbury, an outstanding back-checking effort there by Madison Salisbury. The captain, Sampson, leaning in to take the draw. I think Hamden's only got one captain, too. Good job by both teams. Sampson lost it in the footing. It jostles loose, comes to Trudeau at the blue line, and out to center, Patel. Patel will knife it ahead. Bonner swiped at it there, but didn't get the puck. But into the corner it goes now. Sampson does a nice job finishing a check. A turnover now at the dot, and that just missed. Well, Woodstock was not doing that in the first stanza. Now a little bit sloppy with the puck here. As is Woodstock. Taken away now, Lescault. Grace Lescault lets the shot go. Sweeney gobbles it up like a biscuit on Thanksgiving. And then Lescault is shown to the ice there by Morgan Kyle. Good job by Lescault getting to the cooker following the shot. Nice job by Kyle. Not allowing anyone to get near the goaltender Sweeney. All right, Karate out there now with the Scotia, Biondo, Bonner, and Trudeau at the blue lines for Coach Roy. Or there's only one blue line. Well, I guess there are the blue lines technically. Anyway, I digress. Face-off won by the Dragons. In behind the net now, Karate. Karate jostles it loose for Biondo. Biondo with it. Biondo in the corner. Biondo protecting the puck. Biondo looking. Biondo back for Bonner. Bonner will let the shot go. Got through. Hit a body on the way through. And it's sent ahead now. A foot race down the left wing now. Here comes Nolan. Nolan cutting in. Bonner coming all the way back. Getting a chunk of Nolan. And there's going to be a penalty on Bonner. As Bonner got all the way back, I couldn't see if she got the puck first. She certainly got the body. Sent the young lady flying. A tripping call there on number 5, Sophia Bonner. But I'm not sure if I'm disgruntled with the official or not. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, as bodies did go flying into the corner. But Bonner, well, there are good penalties and there are bad penalties, I always tell her, and that was what you call a good penalty. All right. So to the power play for the second time tonight, go the Hamden Dragons. Bonner in the sin bin. 2 minutes for tripping. A big kill here for Woodstock. A bigger kill than it is a power play. A bigger penalty kill than it is a power play at this stage of the affair. Face-off won by the Dragons. They look to set up shop. A one-timer wide there off the stick of Josie Becker, the goal scorer. Biondo got a piece of it, but Becker kept it in. That one hops over the stick of Gursky. Dragons get it out in front. Scotia tied up her lady, but the Dragons will get to it first. Dragons moving along back to the blue line, letting the shot go. Whistles wide on the waffle side. Pinching is Becker. Becker keeping the puck, looking for the back door. Sent it across. Dragons, good puck movement. Back to the blue line, Kyle. Kyle couldn't get the shot away. The Scotia got a piece of it, but it's kept in, and now the Centaurs managed to get it out to center ice. Taken away to Scotia. The Scotia and Biondo shorthanded. Scotia will just dump it in. Picked up there by Kyle. And Kyle knocked down Biondo. Biondo short-handed. Biondo down the wing. Played it to herself now behind the net. Zhao-Ching Biondo. Biondo with it in the corner, looking to kill off time. Biondo trying to jostle it loose. Got it back to the blue line where it's kept in and sent all the way down. Back behind the goal line there, but only temporarily. Quickly Kyle got to it. Sent it back out to center. Auger on it first there. She'll play it hard off the boards and all the way down. Nice play by Mira Auger. Woodstock able to change up the forward units, but the D still out there. 35 seconds left to go, and the lady advantage for the Dragons. Carrying the puck in. I think they were offsides, but it never crossed over the blue line, so onside still are the Dragons. As they now get it in, that's knocked down and sent all the way down. Well, Woodstock's got to change up the D. They've been out there the whole entire penalty kill, but looks like they're trying. Gursky got over to the bench. 13 seconds remaining on the Dragon power play. 5:40 to go in the second stanza. Pope checked away. Karate shorthanded. Karate sent flying. Play allowed to continue. On and now Becker. Becker tried to hit the initial pass, but it's going to go for icing. So good job again on the penalty kill by Woodstock, as they're 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. A huge penalty kill there. So icing is the call now. 5:27 left to go here. In the second stanza, 1-0 to goal by Becker. The Dragons lead it. Face off deep in the Dragon zone to the left of Kira Sweeney, who catches conventionally from my perspective. Rick DiPietro disagrees, as does the great Darren Pupa. Knocked down now. Sherman, such a smart player, Sophia Sherman. Just chip it in and go get it. Sherman takes the hit, protects the puck now for Hinckley. Hinckley on it there. Hinckley behind the net. Hinckley drawing a lot of attention. 3 Dragons. There's got to be Centaurs open mathematically. Patel, nifty move behind the net to get it out to the blue line where Manfredi will keep it in, but only temporarily as the Dragons recover. Dragons gain the red line. Let the shot go. That one went over the glove of Hatch and just over the crossbar. Well, the Heart skipped the beat there for a moment, I'm not going to lie. Kept in by the Dragons at the blue line. And now it's jostled out to center ice, and the Dragons look to recover there. A lot of traffic in center ice. Both of these teams carrying the puck way too much for my liking. On and now, all the Dragons in their own zone. The forecheck by the Centaurs, effective at keeping the puck in, and they do keep the puck in. Here's Manfredi now. Manfredi behind the net with it. Manfredi still with it. Manfredi on the backhand, got it out. Cecilini at the doorstep. Here's Hinckley, pushing it just wide on the backhand. Back to the blue line. Bonner takes the body. Bonner jostles it loose for Hinckley. That's sent all the way down, and it's going to go for icing once again. No icing with 4 minutes and 8 seconds left to go. The forecheck very effective here for Woodstock this evening, but the netminder Sweeney holding the fort here for the Dragons. 1-0 is the score. 4:08 left to go here in the second stanza. The middle stanza, Shakespeare's favorite stanza, ladies and gentlemen. Sampson, Cairns out there, Lescault, Bonner, and Trudeau. Sampson wins the draw for Trudeau. Trudeau will send it in. Behind the net it goes now. Cairns in on the forecheck. Nice chip along there by Kyle as Bonner will seal off the wall and jab at it. He comes back to the blue line. Bonner takes the body. Lescault takes the puck. Sampson takes the puck into the corner. Sampson doing battle. Low man wins. Here comes Lescault now barreling in. Nice job to come away with it by Kyle. Kyle will send it out to center. Bonner got a piece of it. Bouncing puck. Trudeau over to get to it there. Trudeau hounded from behind. That one rolls to Hatch harmlessly. Then there will be no further play. 3:35 left to go here in the second period. 1-0 is your score. Good pressure by Woodstock, but a nice job by the Dragons to get it out under duress. Discoda, Biondo, and Karate out there now. No left wing for Woodstock on this faceoff. The ref wanted everybody to get off the ice before they drop the puck, so we'll do it again. Scotia may have been tossed. Here's Biondo now. Leans in to take the draw. There it comes loose now for Trudeau. Behind the net to Scotia. Scotia are on it there under duress. Scotia lost the handle on it, ends up in the corner on the stick of the Dragons. They get it back to Kyle at the blue line. She'll send it behind the net hard. Bonner over on it first. Bonner on the forehand. Bonner hounded from behind. Bonner with the puck. Bonner getting the Jets going. Bonner to the outside. Bonner down the wing with speed. Bonner stepping to the outside. Now at the goal line. Got it out in front. And just failed to click. Sent all the way down. Going to be icing. Good rush there by Sophia Bonner. Icing is the call with under 3 minutes to go now in the second stanza. The defense has certainly been activating here for Woodstock, taking the puck and going all night long, generating opportunities. They have yet to solve the puzzle. That is Kira Sweeney. 1-0 is the score. All right, leaning in now is Discordia against Ava Martin. Discordia, I'll call that a draw, but the Woodstock got the puck behind the goal line, so that's a win. Karate digging at it along with Biondo. Karate sends a lady flying. Karate digs it loose. Karate with a chance. Lets the shot go. Sweeney to save. Biondo was right at the doorstep. And Sweeney not allowing the puck to reemerge there. Oh, there are two captains on Hamden. Oh, well, I take away all the nice things I said. 2:41 left to go. Discordia leaning in to take the draw. Again, the puck won to Biondo. Biondo with it. Biondo hounded from behind. Tried for the wraparound. And it comes back to the blue line. Discordia knocks it down and chops it into the corner. Quickly on it now, Martin. Martin will send it up along the boards where it's knocked down. Discordia. Discordia trying to dig it loose. Biondo on it there. Pinching is Auger. Auger lost the handle on it. Fighting through a check. Pulled down. Still no call. Glad to see there's no call. There shouldn't be a call. On it now, Biondo trying to dig it loose, but away with it. Oh, the Centaurs, that's blocked by Karate. Went up and stayed in. Karate, nice move at the goal line. Karate with it behind the net. Karate still with it. Got it out in front. Discordia pulled the trigger, couldn't get it. Now came back to Discordia, saved by Sweeney. And there'll be no further play. 1:53 to go here in the second period. Woodstock keeping up the pressure. Sweeney with another nice stop here. That time with the right flipper covered it up. And there'll be no further play. Manfredi out there with Nielsen at the blue line. Hinckley, Sherman, Cecilini, the forwards out there for Coach Roy. Face-off won again by the Centaurs. Sherman will send it into the corner. Sherman will knock it down. Sending it back behind the net. Giving chase to Cecilini. Hard around. Pinching is Nielsen. Chipped ahead by Patel. Nice play by Hinckley on the back check to recover the puck. Get it to Manfredi. Quickly up for Cairns. Cairns at the red line will dump it in. Good play there by Avery Cairns at the red line, standing still. Dump it in. That's a smart play there. That's what we'd like to see. Along the boards now, hops over the stick of Nielsen. And now quickly now back the other way, Nerone. Nerone, the freshman, stepping to the outside, letting the shot go. Saved by Hatch off the shoulder blade there. Cecilini on the backhand doesn't get it out. That's picked up. Centaurs ran into each other a little bit, but they got the puck. Here comes Cecilini now. Over the blue line. Cecilini lets the shot go. Sweeney the save. And Cecilini outshot her own rebound. Got it in front, letting the shot go. Hinckley doesn't get a lot on it. As it was deflected, I think, on the way in, and Sweeney will just cover up. 56 seconds left to go here in the second stanza. 1-0, the Dragons in the lead. I don't know why there's no music in between whistles, ladies and gentlemen, and we got to work on that. Face off deep in the Dragon zone. Under a minute to go. Leaning in is Martin against the captain, Sampson. Sampson, Cairns, and Lescault. Martin wins the draw. Back to Cairns. Got the shot away. It was knocked down by Kyle. Quickly now. Here comes Martin. Amaya Martin lost the handle on it. Bonner will track it into the corner. Bonner turning on it there. Bonner quickly up for Cairns. Cairns in the feet of Sampson, but good thinking, though. And that's knocked down and sent back in by Lescault. Now giving chase is Cairns. Cairns trying to get to it. That's kept in. Cecilini will let the shot go. Finds its way to Sweeney, and Sweeney will hold on. 26 seconds left to go here. In the second stanza, boy, Woodstock would certainly love to go to the intermission with this one tied. The Dragons with a 1-0 lead to go by Becker early here in the second stanza. Sampson leans in to take the draw, won by the Dragons. On it now is Kyle. Kyle will send it up that one. Bonner will pour at it and keep it in. Kept in along the boards. Lescault sends a lady flying. Bodies go flying. 15 seconds to go now. Sampson got it out in front. Didn't get there as it's knocked down and sent hard and wrong. Bonner now with 5 seconds to go. Bonner on the puck. Sliding it across. Right on the stick of Cairns. Cairns got it in front. Lescault letting the shot go. Rebound. They jam out and it's sent all the way down. And the buzzer sounds as the Centaurs were buzzing around in there, but Sweeney stood tall. A couple of big saves there. Well, an outstanding period there for both organizations. The Centaurs find themselves down 1-0 after 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Zamboni's going to come out and do what Zambonis do. So another opportunity for you to get yourself a fresh sarsaparilla or perhaps an R2D2 And we'll see you back here for the start of the third and final chapter of this unwritten story right here. And don't forget, the third period, ladies and gentlemen, is the Funyuns period. So get your Funyuns ready. And we'll see you back here for the start of the third period. 1-0, the Dragons in the lead. An outstanding affair here tonight in Pomfret, Connecticut. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here in about 15 minutes. 1-0 Hamden. We'll get one. We'll get two. No, my. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a fantastic intermission as we are about ready to begin once again the third and final chapter of this unwritten story about ready to be unveiled right before your very eyes and ears here. 1-0. The Hamden Dragons in the lead. The goal early in the second period by Josie Becker. Hamden 0 for 2 on the power play. The shots on goal, I didn't hear it, but we are definitely out shooting them. I don't know by how much exactly. Woodstock has played very well tonight, but still have to solve the puzzle. That is the goaltender, Kira Sweeney. And that's a difficult puzzle. That's not like a 100-piece puzzle, you know. It's like a 5,000-piece puzzle with like a lot of colors that are really close to each other, hard to find. You know, you got to start with the corner pieces, you know, work your way at each corner. Then you get the borders and, you know, you go to. I never finished a puzzle in my life, but I've seen people do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The third period about ready to get underway. The Funyuns period. I hope you're fired up at home. We are fired up here. A very good affair here. The Centaurs. Again, with an outstanding period, good forechecking, good breaking it out, good back checking, good on the face-offs. The effort is there, the intensity is there, the goaltending is there. Just got to put the biscuit in the basket. It's coming. It's on its way. I can feel it. Discordia with Biondo and Karate, Nielsen and Manfredi start the third period. Face-off won by Discordia, sent in by Nielsen. The Dragons will get to it there. Biondo in on the forecheck. Discordia will knock it down for Karate. Karate with the puck. Down the right wing. Karate behind the net. Still with it. Karate turning on it. Got it out in front. Loose in front. Discordia crashes. Still loose. Biondo gets the shot away. They jam at it. Sweeney with the save. And there'll be no further play. Oh, a good chance there as Woodstock got the puck in deep. Karate got it out in front. And Discordia and Biondo were crashing the cooker as they should be. Discordia leans in to take the draw. Got it to Karate. Karate back to the blue line. Manfredi. Manfredi tried to slide it across. A nice move with the blue line. Here come the Dragons now 2-on-1. Swiped away. A nice play there as Manfredi came over to get a chunk of the puck. B. Manfredi in the corner with it. In her feet. Trying to move it along. Kick it along. Ran into a Dragon there on the forecheck. Discordia jostles loose. Came back to Manfredi and she'll get it out to center ice where Biondo will give chase there. Dragons move it D to D. Look to get to the red line. Biondo cut off the path there. Discordia got a piece of it into the protective netting. So a good opening shift there for Coach Roy's squad. Wholesale changes now. As out there is Hinckley with Sherman, Cecilini, Bonner, and Trudeau at the blue line. Face off back at center ice. 14 minutes left to go in the affair. 1-0 the Dragons. That's sent in by Cecilini. Dragons on it there. Get it back towards the blue line where it's kept in Hinckley. Nice play by Hinckley. Hinckley got it along into the corner now. Cecilini. Cecilini sent down. A penalty coming up here against the Dragons. It's loose. Trudeau got the shot away. Sweeney the save. Then there'll be no further play. Well, I got to tell you, that's not a great call either. That shouldn't be a penalty either, but it's called. So a power play for Woodstock. I'd rather there just be no power plays for everybody and the refs just be linesmen. High sticking is the call. So to the power play goes Woodstock. Auger at the blue line with Bonner, Discordia, Karate, and Biondo, the forward unit, the power play unit out here for Coach Roy. A huge power play face-off one, letting the shot goes in! Sweeney got a piece of that. Down low, Karate getting to it, Biondo. Walking out the boards, left it for Bonner. Bonner down for Karate. Karate in the corner. Got it out in front on the stick of the Dragons, and that's sent up and into the rafters and out of play. 1:41 left to go here in the first power play of the evening for Woodstock. A huge opportunity here to get the equalizer. Scordia leans in to take the draw. Scordia lost the draw, comes back to the blue line for Bonner. Bonner quickly over for Roger. Roger will deflect it in. On in and now in the corner, Karate. Karate with the puck, walking off the boards. Karate letting the shot go! A nice stop there by Sweeney, and there'll be no further play. 1:27 left to go in the Lady advantage, 13:08 left to go in regulation. Face-off coming deep in the Dragon zone to the left of Sweeney. Face-off won by Discordia. Biondo will send it low. Biondo behind the net, got Discordia on front, hopped over stick. Here's Roger walking in, leaning into one, and deflected over the net, and out of play. Oh, Mia Roger had the howitzer cocked and let it fly. And it was deflected just over the outstretched arms of Sweeney and into the protected netting. We'll do it again. 1:18 to go in the power play. Discordia again wins the draw. Back now, Roger will chip it down for Biondo. Biondo got it in front. Discordia C-button one-timer, didn't get a lot on it. Still loose. Discordia got it in front. Karate jamming at it, still loose. Sweeney with the save. And the whistle sounds as the net, I think, was knocked off its protected moorings. As they got the puck to the cooker and were crashing it. Sweeney holding on for dear life, keeping it a one-goal affair. And now Discordia leaning in to take the draw on the other side. Discordia wins it yet again. Biondo for Roger. Over for Bonner. Bonner let the shot go that hit a stick. Roger will deflect it in. Dragons on it for now. Dragons will send it all the way down. Bonner will give chase on it now behind her own net with the power play. Bonner on the forehand. Bonner quickly now up for Cairns. Cairns up for Discordia, but it doesn't connect. Sent all the way down, no icing. 35 seconds left to go in the Lady advantage. Bonner couldn't keep it in. Sent back out to center ice. Tracked down there by Auger. Auger with it. Auger with room up the middle. Lost the handle on. Oh, she had a slot there for a second. Here's Biondo now. Biondo trying to get it to Cairns. Does get it to Cairns. Cairns down the left wing. Comes loose for Bonner. Bonner got the shot away. Came back loose for Auger. Auger on it. Auger let the shot go. Deflected. Came right back to her. In the corner. Hounded there. Discordia over to help out. Came back to Discordia. Discordia at the blue line. Winding. Shooting. That one high. Power play coming to an end as Bonner will activate. Bonner off her leg. Couldn't get it in deep. Now it comes back to Bonner. She'll twirl and send it down. Comes back to Bonner again. Sticking the leg out to keep it in. Sliding it across for Biondo, but the Dragons get to it. Send it all the way down, but it's going to be icing. Well, the Centaurs with a good power play, but fail to capitalize as the Dragons kill it off with 11:25 left to go in regulation. Well, the Centaurs moved the puck well, won the faceoff, got shots to the net, got to the rebounds, got to the net. A very good power play, but the score remains 1-0. Hinckley on the draw, but the Dragons come away with it. Here come the Dragons to the neutral zone, knock down Nielsen. Nielsen will send it back in along the boards. That jostles around and sent in by Sherman. Sherman will chase it there. Dragons look to reset. Carrying the puck at their own blue line. Over the blue line now Patel. Patel to the outside, hounded there by Manfredi. Patel puts the brakes on, looking for help. Got it back to the blue line. Letting the shot go into the corner it goes now. Off the boards, picked up quickly now Nielsen. Nielsen, the forward's too close to the defenseman there, no room to pass. Hinckley trying to send the puck up, couldn't do so. Sherman got a chunk of it, finds it in the feet and sends it all the way in. 10:40 to go. Behind the net now, Dragons on it there. Behind their own net, got it up to the blue line and out to the red line, where it's tracked down and left now for Gursky. Gursky with a lot of room. Gursky over the blue line. Gursky lets the shot go. Handcuffs Sweeney, who went off the butt end and into the corner. Crashing in all the Centaurs, but sent all the way down, no icing. Into the corner it'll go now. Centaurs on it first there. Putting the brakes on, Sampson. Sampson carrying the puck out, connecting. Beautiful pass up for Lescault. Lescault stepping to the outside, lost the handle on it, got it back. Lescault trying to drop it off there for the trailer, but couldn't connect with Sampson. And the Dragons away to center, one-on-one now. Looking to get around Auger, makes the move, walking into the forehand. They score! A beautiful rush there. Josie Becker made the move at the blue line, then made the move down low. Pulled it back to a forehand. A huge goal there by Becker. With under 10 minutes to go, the Hamden Dragons extend the lead. 2-1, or 2-0, I apologize, is your score. Well, the hill just got a lot steeper now for Woodstock to climb. As they trail 2-0. Just under 10 minutes to go. Face off in the neutral zone. Karen's got it over to Bonner. Bonner taking off down the left wing with speed. Bonner cutting to the inside. Bonner dumping it in, giving chase herself. Bonner behind the net now, moving along for Karen's. Karen's trying to get it in front. Had Lescault there. Lescault on it. Back for Trudeau. Trudeau at the blue line will dump it in. Behind the net it goes now. Karen's. Karen's got the puck. Karen's left it there for Bonner. Bonner on it. Bonner trying to get it in front. Couldn't do so on the first try. Now comes back along the boards. Dragons on it there. Karen's will seal the wall. Karen's on it there. Bouncing puck still loose. Comes loose for Bonner. Bonner swung it across for Sampson, but intercepted by the Dragons. On it now, Bonner, and Bonner will send it back in. Off the boards, Lescault trying to get to it there. Dragons coming away with it in the neutral zone. They knock it down. 9 minutes, 5 seconds to go. They carried it in, letting the shot go. Hatch to stop, and there'll be no further play. 9:02 left to go here in regulation. 2-0, the Dragons with the lead. Discordia out there now with Biondo, Karate, Manfredi, and Nielsen. Face-off won by the Dragons. They'll dump it into the corner. On it first now is Nielsen. Nielsen up for Biondo. Biondo trying to get it out at the blue line. Couldn't do so. Stayed in. Came loose now from Manfredi. Manfredi got it up ahead. Here's a chance now, Karate. Karate down the left wing, cutting in. Karate pulled down from behind. Might we see a penalty shot? We'll wait and see. Was she in the clear? The refs are going to talk it over. Tripping is the call. The ref does not want a cheeseburger because the broadcaster would have got him one had we seen a penalty shot there. So no cheeseburger for you, sir, and no penalty stock. No penalty stock. No penalty shot for Woodstock. I think it's the right call. I don't think it's a penalty shot, but why not try, right? All right. Big power play here once again. Another opportunity with 8:39 left to go in regulation. 2-0, the Dragons lead it. Leaning in is Discordia. Puck lay there, came back for Bonner. Bonner quickly over to Auger. Auger lets the shot go. In front, Biondo, a save by Sweetie. Bonner will track it. Sending it down low for Karate. Karate along the boards. Karate carrying. Karate behind the net. Karate still with it. Karate turning out in front. Lets the shot go. Here's Discordia now. Discordia carrying. Discordia back for Biondo. Biondo behind the net. Works it back out in front. Couldn't get the shot away. Back to the blue line. Rolls out to center. Picked up there by Bonner. Bonner with a rolling puck over for Auger. Auger will send it in. All the way around it goes for Karate. Karate in the corner. Karate on it there. Karate with it. Karate coming out from behind the net. Karate circling back in front. Lets the shot go. Sweetie got the button on that. Here's Discordia now letting the shot go. Missed. Pinching in Auger. Auger will send it down low. Hops over the stick of Biondo. Behind the net now. Dragons get it back to the blue line. Bonner pinches in to keep it in. Behind the net, Biondo giving chase. On it there, Martin. Trying to jostle loose. Keep it in there. There's Biondo. That came loose. They chip it out and all the way down. Bonner with 50 seconds left to go in the lady advantage for Woodstock. Bonner on the puck. Changes direction. Under duress. Forced to change direction again. Hounded from behind. Quick outlet pass now to Cairns. Cairns tried to go to Discordia. Couldn't do so. Shorthanded now, Dragons. Letting the shot go. Bonner got a piece of that deflected high and wide. Dragons will keep it in. Behind the net will go now. Bonner on it. Bonner quickly in the corner. Bonner tried to go to Discordia. That hit a skate. First pass, the most important out of the zone. It's just not happening on the power play right now. Auger up ahead for Discordia. Discordia over the blue line. 15 seconds to go in the lady advantage. Pulls the trigger. Sweetie the save. Into the corner. Discordia on it there. Discordia got it to Biondo. Biondo lost it in the footing. That comes back. Manfredi will keep it in for Discordia. Let the shot go. Whistles just wide. Power play is over. 6.5 left to go. Kept in along the boards by Woodstock, but the Dragons get to it there. Trying to come back out to center. Knock down Hinckley. That comes back to center ice. Picked up now by Cairns. Cairns with the puck over the blue line. To the inside. Can't get the shot away. Nice job to close there by Josie Becker. Now it comes out to center, knocked down by B. Manfredi. Manfredi on the stick of Hinckley. Hinckley over the blue line. Hinckley forced wide. Hinckley taken down. No call. Good no call. Into the corner it goes now. Off the boards. Dragons on it there. Over. Nielsen to keep it in. Nielsen doing battle. Keeping the puck in. Puck still loose. The Dragons get to it. He'll send it all the way down. Should go for icing. Icing is the call. With under 6 minutes to go now in regulation. Woodstock applying pressure. Looking for that all-important first goal. Leaning in Hinckley to take the draw. Right wing is Cecilini. That's number 6. That's Olivia Cecilini. The freshman. Hinckley behind the net now. Sherman will give chase into the corner. Sherman on it there, protecting the puck. Over comes Hinckley. Sherman doing battle, digging, mucking, doing a homework. Still with it, Sherman. Got it out in front. Rolls to Sweeney. Sweeney had trouble with it. It's under a pad there. Oh, that was dangerous. That may have gone under the waffle, but a good goaltender has the stick behind the waffle, behind the pad, behind the glove, and then they put their helmet on the goal line and leave their shoulder pads spread out. And that's exactly what Sweeney did there. That one got through the stick, but good goaltenders got their legs there just in case. 5.5 left to go. Sampson wins it back. Bonner let the quick shot go. Sweeney got the flipper on that. In the corner now. Cairns trying to move it along. Cairns hounded there by a couple of Dragons. And now the Dragons come out to the neutral zone with it. Looking to step to the inside. They do. A little bit of serpentining there. Lost the handle on it. I forgot to keep the camera on the puck. I apologize. Here comes Sampson now. Sampson's got Bonner with her. Sampson to the outside. Protecting the puck. Bonner getting to the cooker. Letting the shot go. Rebound. Bonner right on the doorstep. They jam at it. Still loose. Still no whistle. They're jamming at it. Finally the whistle sounds. Then there'll be no further play. Oh, Sampson got the puck to the net. Bonner went crashing to the cooker. And Sweeney once again stands her ground. The Woodstock players looking to the heavens asking, what do we got to do? Here's Sampson now, the captain, leaning in to take the draw. Face-off won by the Dragons, back to the blue line and all the way down to center ice, where Bonner will quickly get to it and send it in. Dragons recover it there. Lescault in on the forecheck, comes loose. Bonner got it to Sampson. Sampson let the shot go back for Lescault. That went off a skate. Behind the net, 4.5 to go. Off the boards now. Beauvillier couldn't keep it in. And it comes rolling out to center ice where the captain Sampson will get to it and send it all the way down. No icing. Dragons on it there. Hounded by Lescault. Turning back. Looking to get it out this way. Dragons looking to get it out. Poke checked away there by the long reach of the captain Sampson. Now Lescault will send it into the corner. Dragons on it there. Met there behind the net. Nice play by Cairns to come over and jostle it loose. Now she's got the puck. Cairns got it out in front. Discordia off the bench. Couldn't get to it. And back the other way now. Here come the Dragons. Nice job by Discordia. On the back check to jostle it loose. Some of Discordia. Fresh legs. With the puck now. A little bit of room. Over the red line. Stepping to the outside. Protecting the puck. Chopping at it. Getting it down low. Behind the net. Under 4 minutes to go. Discordia putting the brakes on. Over comes Karate. Karate got it back towards Discordia, but never made it all the way there. Now Karate jostled loose. Lescault got it back to Karate. Karate letting the shot go, went off a leg. Dragons on it there, trying to send it along. Auger looking to keep it in at the blue line. Comes back for Auger. Auger couldn't keep it in on the backhand. Away come the Dragons now. A 2-on-1 if they hurry. Through the neutral zone over the blue line, letting the shot go off the leg of Gursky. Nice play by Gursky as Auger came back to get to the puck there. Auger worked over along the boards there by Amaya Martin. Martin, nice job to win the puck. In the corner it goes now. Auger, Martin leans into Auger. Comes back towards the blue line, knocked down Discordia, will chop it up ahead. Up ahead now, Biondo. Biondo at the red line. Biondo stepping to the outside, back to the inside, lost the handle on it. Came back for Gursky. Gursky lets the shot go that hit a body. Discordia got a piece of it. Swiping at it, Auger. And coming over was Hinckley. But it's out to the red line, And the Dragons look to change. Gursky on it now, under 3 minutes to go. On it now, Hinckley. Hinckley behind the net. The goaltender is pulled by Coach Roy. Here comes Biondo now. Empty net, 6 skaters for Woodstock. Biondo behind the net with it. Biondo trying to get it back out in front. Still losing front. Crashing to the cooker. There was Hinckley, but couldn't get to it. It comes to Sweeney. She'll cover up, and there'll be no further play. 2:18 left to go in regulation. 2-0, the Dragons holding on to the lead. The net is empty as Hatch has headed to the bench for the extra skater. And Coach Roy decides to use his timeout now. That's exactly what I would have done. I would have called timeout right there. You got the goalie pulled. You got the face-off down there. You're getting pressure. Get everybody well rested on the same page and get the puck to the net and crash the net for the rebound. And well, hockey's a very, very simple game, ladies and gentlemen. It's just incredibly hard to execute. .218 left to go in regulation, 2-0. Both goals by Josie Becker. One in the second, one in the third. Both teams 0 for 2 with the lady advantage here tonight. In this broadcaster's humble opinion, I think this has been Woodstock's best effort. This one and the one at the Blades has been their two good efforts here. Two best efforts this season. The score might read 2-0, and it sure does, but the effort is there. The game plan is there. The forecheck is there. The breakouts are very much improved. Face-offs have been very well. Again, the elusive biscuit in the basket. Thus far, the Achilles heel of the organization so far in the early season. Well, Woodstock now staring at an 0-4 start. It's a deep hole to come out of, but it's coming. It's I can see it. There's a lot more good than bad out there. I can tell you that. Is there room to improve? Well, certainly the score is 2-0. But I like what I've seen this evening from the Centaurs, and we'll see now if they could find a way to get one past Kira Sweeney. Discordia, Hinckley, Karate, Auger, Biondo, and Bonner. The 6 skaters out there for Coach Roy. The net is empty. 2:18 left to go in regulation. Big face-off here for Discordia. She's done well all night tonight. None bigger than this so far. Discordia wins the draw, but Biondo was crashing to the face-off dot. Sent around, Auger will pinch, but it'll come rolling out to center. A foot race here. Bonner with a rolling puck. On it there. Bonner up for Discordia. Discordia over for Hinckley. Ends up on the stick of Karate. Karate gains the blue line. Karate carrying the puck. Back to the blue line. Auger, nice job to keep it in. Discordia will send it down low to Karate. Karate at the dot. Karate walking over. Karate slides over. Bonner with room. Bonner walking in. Pulls the trigger. Sweeney to save. Rebound still loose. They jam at it. Bonner crashing in, but the Dragons get to it. Here come the Dragons with an empty net. Sending it down. Just missed. Icing is the call. Oh, Woodstock got the play set. They got it to Bonner. Bonner had room. Walked in. Let the shot go. And Sweeney with another big save. 1:37 left to go. The clock, the biggest enemy the Centaurs have here today. At this moment. Discordia leaning in. A big face-off win. Back for Auger. Auger will keep it in behind the net. Makes its way all the way around. Hinckley got it out in front. Jamming on it there with Sampson. Quickly on it. Karate got it in front. Comes back to Auger. Auger over for Bonner. Bonner with room. Bonner sliding it across for Biondo. And that just failed to click. And it's sent all the way down towards the empty net. Will it go? It does. The Dragons got to the puck. Sent it all the way down. Buried the biscuit into the open netter. Into the empty netter, excuse me, an empty netter. I believe it's going to be Julia Nerone, the freshman, going to get credit with the goal. Well, Woodstock had the puck, had opportunities, got it to the net. Sweeney, as Sweeney often does, made the saves that she had to make. 3-0 now with 1:05 to go. Dragons off the face-off. Bonner chopping at it. Jostled it loose for Cairns. Here comes Cairns now. We'll keep an eye on the goaltender, see if Woodstock pulls her again. That's sent all the way down. Going to go for icing. As icing is the call. As it's chased down there by Grace Audette. 50 seconds left to go here So barring any miracle, Woodstock is going to drop to 0-4 here on the season. Hinckley, who's had a real good affair tonight, 200-foot game for Page. Comes back to the blue line, kicking at it, and keeping it in there was Manfredi. And the Dragons will send it all the way down. Will it go for icing? Icing is the call with 30 seconds left to go, but it's all academic now as Woodstock finds themselves down 3-0. Well, again, a lot of good to take from this game, ladies and gentlemen. I know the Woodstock fans at home certainly frustrated, and that's normal. I'm sure the girls are as well, along with Coach Roy and the coaching staff, but the effort was there tonight. Here's Biondo now, letting the shot go. Rebound, they jab at it. Biondo crashing into Cooker, still jabbing at it. Sweeney makes the save again, and there'll be no further play. Kira Sweeney, one of the best goaltenders in the New England region, perhaps the nation. Showing everybody why she's all-state caliber here tonight. 26 seconds left to go in the affair. 3-0, the Dragons lead it. Face-off one to Biondo. Biondo turning, wheeling, Sweeney with the save there. On and now Karate. Karate making a move. Karate carrying. Lost the handle on it. Back towards the blue line. Kept in Manfredi. She'll let the shot go. That goes off a stick and into the corner. 10 seconds left to go. And they'll just keep it in the corner, do the Dragons, Kyle and Patel over there. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. And the buzzer sounds. And the Dragons head down to their goaltender, Sweeney, who was nothing short of brilliant here tonight. Well, that's going to do it for our broadcast evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I've been your host, Scotty Bonner. It's been an absolute blessing, honor, and privilege to be able to bring you this game here tonight. A good job by Woodstock, but they come up on the short end of the stick here. 3-0 is your final. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I don't even know when our next game is, but we'll see you then. And everybody have a very happy and healthy new year from myself and the lovely and talented Miss Michelle. And we'll see you all again soon. Your final, once again, from the Yon Arena here in Pomfret, Connecticut. The Hamden Dragons 3, the Woodstock Centaurs 0. Good night, everybody. We'll see you again soon.